Hey, how's it going? This is Joe Saraceno, the Blue Collar Man. We're here with another Twisted Wrestling update from the Twisted Wrestling Studios. Since we've talked last, there's been a lot of water that's gone under the bridge. There's just been had a lot of trials, a lot of things happened, and if I could tell you one thing about trials and tribulations is that if you remain steadfast, you focus, you anchor in what you know you need to do, the rest is going to have to follow suit. So, uh, again, we're here to talk about our show in 23 days, the uh, Settled Scores 2 on January 11th, 2025 at 3 p.m. And we're going to chat just a little bit, but I hope you know that I have somebody with me today. I have a guest. I have Bob Cook from the Cooker's Corner, and I asked him to sit in with me just to give me a hand to get through this and try to cover some of the things that are happening at the show, and also just again, just to be able to remain steady and do what we know we need to do in times like this. So I will tell you this. Thank you, all of you who had, for all of your concerns, your thoughts and prayers, for my son Joey. He's hanging in there. He's doing pretty good. And uh, we'll get him squared away soon, one way or another, if you know what I mean. So, welcome, Bob. How you doing, man?
I appreciate you having me on the show. I just want to make people realize
please.
what you've been going through the last couple of weeks.
I'm here.
Handle it like a man, and I'm not just saying it because I'm your friend. I'm saying it because I've been here to see it. You handled it better than I would have. I just slapped that guy. I'm just kidding. No, he's handled it a lot better than I would. Not only that, he's still wanting to do this show. He's still got the enthusiasm to do this show. And even though we may not look at like it, but we've been going to the gym 6 days a week. I've been wearing my Terry Funk shirt as my inspiration. And we just got back from the gym a few minutes ago. And we're going to go again tomorrow. I just want to bring that up, though. I'm being honest. I'm shooting, as they say in the wrestling business. What Joe's been through in the last couple of weeks has been legitimate hell. But he's handled it unbelievably. I just want to let you know that. I've told you that, but I want them to know.
I appreciate that, and I truly have to let you know. We have, Bob and I literally come from so diametrically opposed worlds, and what is it that we have in common? Well, it's the same thing, Bob, that you shared with us.
When we need her.
Yeah, that you shared with us when you had a chance to talk at that. By the way, that unbelievable video that Jordan and Corey C4 produced from our pilot show. How do you get something that good with that kind of quality other than everybody just really having a spirit of working together and things fall into place? But can you maybe just give us a couple of thoughts again about, we're different people, but what do we have in common?
The love for professional wrestling.
Thank you, sir.
And for me, it runs deep. 1975, I was 12 years old. I fell in love with it, and I'm still in love with it today. And if I die tomorrow, they'll probably put it on my grave, the man who loved wrestling. Oh, they won't. I'll be a John Doe. But that's beside the point. Mm-hmm. Just wanted to say that. But you handle what's going on like a man, and you still have the passion. You want to do the show. Too bad some other people don't want to play along, but most of them do. We know who we're talking about.
Yeah. Again, when we had when I had the idea for the genesis of what we're seeing today, that's turned out to literally be a studio, and now an old school studio wrestling environment. We still couldn't have imagined that things have gone as well as they have. And again, it's because those of us who have the same purpose in mind, we're working together, and still, even at my age, I'm 68 years old. June 9th, 2018, made my pro wrestling debut at 61, oldest man in the world who actually made the debut. Now, we have people, even Mr. Funk over there in Japan in his 80s. He was able to grab the record for being the oldest man who was wrestling at that age. And, in no way, shape, or form would I dare try to compare myself to him. But
I won't even let you.
he
Talking
would,
about the Funker
he would,
and
I would get a
Dory
boot
Funk Jr.
probably upside the head from him and Dorian, and maybe some of that. What about the whip?
Definitely.
Oh, thank you, sir. May I have another? And so,
Funker whip, if you don't know.
Wouldn't that be neat to get him and Marty down
That'll
here?
be awesome.
Can you imagine?
If you're listening, give me a call.
Yeah, actually call him because
okay.
he's got the medal.
Well, I love the Funks and they love me. So why are they going to call you? They're going to call me.
All they're going to do is yell at me.
That's true.
Yeah, we got history. So with that in mind,
kayfabe.
so with that in mind, my debut. I don't think there was anyone who made their debut at that age, and so that is something to be thankful and to be proud about. And the purpose behind it truly was getting my son through at least that time, the loss of his mother when he was 7 years old. But that said, I thought what we would do is talk a little bit about Bob Settled Scores 2, January 11th, 2025, 3 p.m. It's on a Saturday. And what we're asking, because if you saw the show last time, you saw that we basically just let anybody attend who were able to attend. And, we asked for a little bit of support. We asked for those that might be able to pitch in something. And because we're getting so many requests to be able to have seats reserved, and we've even expanded our seats, we're going to be able to actually hold more than we did before. If you can just, Randy, go over to this section over here. Before, the curtain was actually right here. And so this was the end of the studio. And now we've got another 7-8 feet here. And, without giving away too much, we can put 16 more fans over here. And we're going to have the recording, the cameras. There's going to be people on this side, fans on that side, action in the middle of the ring. And it's going to be fantastic. So, again, this time what we're asking, if at all possible, and look, we want to work with everyone. We know the economy. We know what it takes to have to support a family and, buy eggs and gas and all that kind of stuff. We're asking for a $15 donation. And even with that, we're going to feed you too. And it's going to be a lot of fun. And we're going to give you a couple more surprises in a minute. But you need to know, even if we don't share them today, that there's going to be some really cool surprises. And when it's all over with and you watch that video too and you say, man, I wish I would have came. Well, here's your chance. So
I want to keep in mind though.
Yes, sir.
$15. You can't go to the movies for $15 and get a meal. You're getting a movie. You're getting a meal and a floor show.
A flower?
No CGI involved.
Oh, okay. Not a floral show.
No CGI. No.
Yeah.
You can bring flowers if you want.
It's going to be real, actually. And so, again, we're going to share with you some who are on the card as far as where they're going to fit. Some of that is still going to be, moved around, a little bit of chess pieces on the chessboard. But we've got Frankie Reyes. And we have coming from Montana, Debbie Malenko. Would you opine, please, sir? Coming all the way to defend the Florida Women's Championship, which now there's a belt where there weren't prior for her to actually defend.
Debbie Malenko, she's one of the best women wrestlers of all time. Did a lot in Japan, trained by the great Malenko, trained with Dean Malenko, Joe Malenko, the greatest wrestling family, in my opinion. And she learned from the best, and she became one of the best. We're going to see her. And you don't get to see people like Debbie Malenko very often. But you're going to get to see her on January 11th, live and in person at the Twisted Wrestling Alliance Studios. And if you miss that opportunity, it's an opportunity you're going to regret missing. That's all I got.
It's true. We've got Nadia White. She's coming. She's coming out of the stable of Tampa Bay Pro, which we're going to get into this in a little bit.
Excuse you, Joe.
I'm sorry. Chief Edwin, the Chief Edwin Rivera. That's the guy that I made. Anything that any kind of credit he gets today, I need residuals, Chief. So just
I
keep.
thought
that
his
in
name
mind.
was Eddie Two Rivers. Can anybody get the guy's name right?
I can't even. You know what? It's Chief Eddie Mud Puddle.
Have you been wearing his headdress too tight?
Well, I don't know. I mean, maybe I had him inside of here and I burped him
He's
up.
going to
a
be
little bit.
Chief Eddie Nobody when we're done with him.
Oh, let me tell you something.
Chief Eddie Come Wannabe.
Whoa. And we also brought up Frankie Reyes. What about him? That's your buddy, right?
You know,
Your long time.
Look,
You love him,
I'll
right?
be honest. I've known Frankie for a long time. I knew his kid when he was this tall. No, now he's
Okay.
this tall and he's like this. But I've known him for a long time. We've had our differences, and on January 11th, the differences continue. That's all I can say. I'm not trying to be smart about it.
We've got the Cuban, Fidel Sierra, and Fantasy.
That's a sore spot.
Yeah, it really is. He actually called me out this last time. And, you know, coming from a rookie standpoint, I've always had the feeling that I needed to, you know, respect these folk. But I think we're going to probably drop some of that and maybe drop him too, potentially. You know I can do it if I want to.
What I think is you go into the match respecting them, and when you're done with the match, you're going to respect them more because they are legends. But that doesn't mean you have to like them, and that doesn't mean you have to not try to beat them. And that's what we're going to do.
Yeah, we're not.
And I'm not going to sit here and say that they're garbage or not. Like Cuban Assassin is
did
one
I
of the
say
biggest legends in wrestling history. He had world title matches against the Nature Boy Ric Flair when it meant something. He's a legitimate legend. And Fantasy has been by his side ever since, ever since I can remember. So I'm not taking them lightly. I'm disappointed in them because I considered them legitimate friends.
Well, they went ahead and they took the bait and they got hired in. And
Well, they're mercenaries, basically.
Yeah, but you know what? What I've been through over the last couple of weeks, I don't plan on being very nice at all to anybody.
What you've been through the last couple of weeks, it boils down to this: F it all. And it's all going to go down January 11th.
Oh, absolutely.
And I'm being honest. And we're going to have delicious D-Bay our side, so I'm not worried about nothing when it comes to Fantasy.
That's the difference. We've got the golden boy, Jimmy McDowell. You know who he is, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, he's been in Africa. He's all over the place. He's got the goods. This guy has got the goods. He's got the bling. He's got the flash. He is almost, he's like a Ric Flair incarnate, but he's got his own thing, not trying to compare. But again,
he's got a custom pair of Terry Funk boots. I'm a little jealous. You better not leave them lying around because they might go missing.
Well, that's the truth.
Too bad we're not. Did I say that out loud?
We're not working him. Hey, how about Dax the Axe from Tampa Bay Pro?
Never liked the guy. Never liked the guy.
He's a big man.
Is he?
Well, I think so.
Yeah.
You know, Dax the Axe, Tampa Bay Pro. We've got also coming from the stable of Tampa Bay Pro, other than Nadia White, is Danny Stratos. And we've got one of our own and one of our favorite, and took the match of the night on November 16th. We got Krieger, Der Kaiser. You want to say something about Krieger?
Krieger's got what it takes.
Doesn't he, though?
He's got what it takes. He shows up on time. He puts in the effort, and he don't take no guff. Whoever he's wrestling, and I almost have an idea who it might be.
Oh, we're not letting that go.
Special guest, we're not sure yet.
We're not letting it go.
Let's just say enforcer. We're not talking about Arn Anderson. You never know these things.
And if you find out what it is later and the seats are all full, Robbie Joe may not let you in, but I will.
Oh, that's a zinger.
What am I going to do? You know, we gotta go where we gotta go. Like I said, I'm not. Anyway,
it's an epic attitude.
Yeah. All right, we got Bob Cook and Delicious D. What do you think, huh?
I think it's awesome. I love her to death.
She's
She's been by my side for years, helped me through a lot of rough times in my personal life, and she's always been there for my professional life. As much as that gets a worthy call out. I'm getting flustered.
I do have to call her out a tiny bit. Maybe you can help me to understand, because 6 years ago when we had the match that has caused this tag team that we're calling Settled Scores 2, didn't she try to crack my skull with the Rookie of the Year frame?
I've never known Darlene to do anything that didn't deserve to be done. And at the time, it was one of those things in the moment, and it had to be done.
But you had Chief with you.
Notice she said tried to crack your skull. If she would have done it, then she'd be more upset.
Basically, the hit failed. It backfired. I slid out from the full Nelson. And could you tell us where that
that
frame? Yeah.
Right over here?
Let me grab it.
Hang
on just a second here.
This video is going longer than we anticipated.
Yeah, of course it is.
Who cares? Watch it. If you don't watch it, we don't care. But show up. We care about that.
That's 15 minutes? That's not too bad.
Oh, he said
This right
the
here,
director's getting antsy.
we had made. We actually had a couple of these made because obviously we were wanting to share these with fans and make them available. And one found themselves in the hands of. There's a lot of people in there.
This Pride of Wrestling. What the hell is that? Never mind.
I'm not sure either. I think they used to have a promotion, didn't they?
I don't know.
Yeah, up in Timbuktu.
I don't get into that drama.
Yeah, me either. So it found its way in the hands. Actually, my son had held it because I was being honored that day at the show, and Delicious D grabbed it, ran around the other side of the ring. Chief had me in a full Nelson. Delicious.
D has bottled up energy that is it's astounding.
Man, I'm an older guy, man. I can't take hits in the head like that. You know, they tell me about you only have so many bumps in you. I came into this business with most of my bumps.
It's called a bump card.
I think the card was already
Oh, it definitely is.
you know, boom, boom, boom. And so I don't know what happened, if I was wearing some baby oil that day when I was laying out getting some sun, but I slipped out from underneath the
I can tell you what
Nelson.
happened.
What happened?
The bottom line is the Chief isn't really a man when it comes to professional wrestling. He may be a man in his whatever life, personal life, but when it comes to professional wrestling, he couldn't step up to the plate and hit a home run, and he got fouled out, courtesy of this. And Darlene, I actually laughed. I pretended to care when it happened, but I was actually laughing on the inside.
Well, and now, of course, I've seen the light.
I told him not to wear that stupid headdress.
He was actually, we got pictures of you pointing fingers saying that.
Yeah, I yelled at him about it.
Yeah, and again, we're going to let you see that. Although that match was a lot longer than, we've got a highlight reel, and it's down to 4 or 5 minutes. Got some good music. My son edited it, put it together. He produced it, and you need to see the way this match ended. And it's so important that you understand the genesis of how this all came together from 6 years ago while we're coming back to settle the score. I'm still a little bit cloudy how everything has gotten twisted, but we live in a twisted world, don't we?
A twisted wrestling world.
Cook?
Yes, we do. Yeah, I was thinking about the Chief, though. When we're done with you, Chief, go buy a teepee and live in the mountains and quit bothering us from this day on.
And come to think of it, in case I went a little too strong with the Cuban, look, I love you too. Just stay out of my way after I kick the Chief. Of course, when the ref isn't looking, probably straight in the crotch.
Can we ask the Chief something else? Is there a dance for cooler weather? I mean, I know there's this rain dance thing, but you can do a dance for cooler weather? Do us a favor.
Yeah,
Throw us a bone.
I'm thinking the same thing.
I don't know.
So now that we covered that, then we got our ring announcer, and he was on the Cooker's Corner at the last episode. His name is Mike McClaskey, and
Gator Mike McClaskey.
Well, not Gator, and that would be McCluskey.
I know, but I
know.
It was a Burt Reynolds tribute.
We appreciate that. I appreciate you, Bob.
I love Burt Reynolds.
Back to the original stuff you were saying, I got to say, and although I know I haven't been the easiest on you, been a little tight.
Water under the bridge.
Thanks for your patience.
Just be glad I can still swim a little bit.
Sounds good. All right, Mike McClaskey is going to be the ring announcer. It's yours truly. And there's a match that's going to occur that we've not revealed yet that will be our opener. And the potential of that opener, again, you're just going to wish that you got the tickets. We're not desperate that you come. We want you to come and have fun because we're doing it regardless. You realize that I can leave my living room, go down 3 steps, walk into here, and get in here and bump around if I want. So why don't you come and do it with me?
Don't bump around though. You're not allowed in the ring.
No, yeah. And our ring manager and director, who's behind the camera right now, is Randy Cruz. And last but not least, we have our producers, which they killed it. They killed it with the video. It's on our Twisted Wrestling Alliance YouTube channel. Jordan Owens and Corey C4 were the ones that actually put that video together. And you'd have to see all the little pieces that occurred during that time, because what we're doing here with the studio wrestling, we're not having lead-in music. We have a little bit of a real estate issue, but it's not where we still can't manage it. And we're actually beginning the introductions when all the participants are actually already in the ring, aren't we?
Yes, but I wanted to also bring in up.
But isn't that the old
I
school?
fluttered. Flutter, is that a word?
Isn't
Is
that
that a
the
word,
old school
Randy?
thing?
Is that a word? Fluttered? I flustered. Anybody that wants to sponsor Twisted Wrestling, whether it is
Ouch.
January 11th or future shows that we hope to keep
Ouch.
doing,
Ouch.
contact Joseph Saraceno.
Yeah.
It's not an
How
ouch.
many
That's
more
to be a
times is we
series.
going to have to
It can
say
be fun.
that? So, you know.
But now let's transition. The Cooker's Corner this Sunday. The Southern Posse.
Ouch.
Rick and Sonny, you know who they are.
Pony-
I know who they
Pony
are.
up. But wait.
I can't wait for those guys.
Wait.
What?
After, I'm
We won't be drinking water when the Southern Posse is here. Trust
No,
me.
no. I mean, I hear Jack somewhere in the
Oh,
background.
no.
Jack
Let's not
D.
get crazy.
No, let's call
I just hope they bring the rebel flag.
call-
Oh, I
we
said
can
that
call
in
him
2024.
John Daniels. By the way, did we cover everything as far as the card is concerned?
Yeah.
And some of the visitors? Do we have any?
No, I don't want to go there.
All right. We're not going to go
That's
there.
a secret that, wait a minute. That's a
I don't know.
That's a subject I want to talk about later.
Mind?
Yes.
Oh, gosh.
Sometimes you have to do those for future potential pleasures.
All right. It's a secret. And we're not talking about the deodorant. All right. Listen, guys, we're going to try to wrap this up. Remember, at 2 o'clock this Sunday, we're going to have training. Anybody that wants to become a professional wrestler, referee, we've got, we're starting, the interest is beginning to generate. To be honest, it's been a little bit slow, and I know we're way south of Tampa Bay where everybody's up there, and we're trying to carve out our own spot down here. So, come and enjoy.
Good things come to those who wait.
Hey, you guys, this
I heard that somewhere. I don't know.
Yeah, it was. This is
Is that in the
Joe's-
Bible?
Yeah. Oh, geez.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, we'll get into that later about the Bible. Because, I will say this about that. When people say that there's two things you shouldn't talk about, and they say that's politics and religion, you know what I got to say about that, Mr. Bob?
Considering the 2 weeks you've had, probably F that theory.
No, I wouldn't say that. I would say the reason that most people don't want to talk about politics and religion, it's probably because they don't know a thing about either. Sorry about that. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. If you don't like it, change the channel, because at this point in time,
That's a heel move. I like that.
Yeah, we're not preaching to the choir here.
Mhm.
Go to where you go, preach to the choir. I've got some encouraging thoughts and messages, especially to those that are out there that are wondering if there really is something outside or inside and that kind of a thing. But anyway, this is Joe Saraceno, the blue collar man.
The
It's-
Cooker, Bob Cook.
Who is,
I like that. You know who called me the Cooker? Terry Funk gave me that nickname. I had to throw it out there. Terry Funk.
well, take just 20, 30 seconds here and close us out, if you would, with an encouragement, if you would. Seriously.
What I would like to say is anytime something like this comes up in your area and you don't take advantage of it, but you always wanted to be a wrestler in some way, you're making a mistake. You're going to look in the mirror 10 years from now and go, I should have been part of that and on the ground floor. Well, this is the ground floor. If you want to get on and ride that elevator to the top, come on down to the Cooker's Corner. Come on down to Joe Saraceno's Twisted Wrestling Studio and see what you can do for yourself to make those dreams come true. The great Malenko let my dreams come true. Make your dreams come true. Come true too. Come talk to me.
And support independent wrestling. Talk to you later, guys.